I'm often asked, what is happiness? And it's a very difficult question to ask. It might be a simple word, but it means different things to different people. Scientifically, we talk about happiness as an emotion of joy, but also as a sense of contentment and satisfaction. So there's an emotional feeling, but also a sense of progress. My studies on happiness look at the impact of educational courses taught at university to improve the students' well-being. And I've been doing this now for 6 years. Each time we run the course, we give them an assessment of their well-being before the course and then measure it afterwards to see if there's been any significant change in their mental well-being and happiness. And every year we run the course, we find there's an improvement of about 10 to 15%. But the problem is, if you don't keep up with the activities, then the happiness levels go back down to the levels before we start the course. So in other words, in order to stay and be happy, you have to learn to change the way that you think and change the way you live your life. And this is important for society because I think that we can all improve our levels of happiness by just becoming more positive. The way to learn happiness is really to understand that our happiness depends on how we think about the problems we face in life. It's not what happens to us so much as the way we react. And the way to become happier is to learn to recognize that we focus on negative information, but then to think about it in a much more positive way. And that's what positive psychology is about. It's about changing the way you think about problems. The best way to train or work upon happiness is to realize that you will be unhappy some of the time, but that you must be able to learn habits of thinking in a much more positive way. So we have 7 recommended activities. 4 of these are simple things that everyone can do that I talk about in my book. But the remaining 3 are habits that you must learn to adopt over time. For example, meditation is a very powerful technique that one can learn to control the way our minds think. And we found that meditation improves happiness in the long term.